can know that you're here and know that I'm live. I'm doing another live. So today I had so much fun. It's also encouraging me to kind of get stuff done. And yeah, so I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited to be here with you. Mm, we're sewing today. Okay, and I also wanted to show. I know that yesterday I look like it was just a bunch of foolishness, and that I don't know what I'm doing, and it's okay. It's okay. And then also too, I know I was so frustrated with the stupid machine. Uh, when I left the live stream yesterday, I went and I figured out what the hell's wrong with her. First, her whoever put this thing together didn't do nothing right. And you know, there's gonna pray for some good, like, bless this machine, love this sweet machine. The feed dogs were really high. Also, to this area that has the pressure on this was not put on right, and the feed dogs. And you know what's weird? The day I tried to use this machine, I was trying to put binding on it, and I think I got to sew on it for like a good 30 minutes, and then afterwards it stopped working. I couldn't get the bobbin to pull up, and this is why it ended up being a machine that didn't work for like 4 months, because the needle bar was too high and it wouldn't grab the bobbin. Anyway, so I fixed all that, and yesterday after I got frustrated with her, I put her away, and I was using, let me move you here. I was using my machine. That's right there, that beautiful purple one back here. She don't give me no trouble. But I came home. I went to go get a drink and kind of like settle down, because we did such a long live. It was a 3-hour live. We're not going to do that today. And what happened is that I came back, and let me see if I could get this to focus down. I worked on this machine. Thank you. Thank you for going out. I worked on this machine, and I worked on the feed dogs. I also got the 1/4-inch seam thing. I also think it was the foot was making it to go to the side. Come on. Hold on. Let me tell you why. Hi, how are you? I'm glad you guys are here. You want to sew with me? I want to sew with you. I'm trying to get the camera to do what I want, because y'all, it's all up in my neck. Okay. No, Lord, have mercy on me. Hi, Lori. How are you? Stop. I'm trying to get one camera. Ugh. The reason I really enjoy myself doing lives today with you guys, I think I may do even another live tomorrow, because the girl looks like she's chaotic and doesn't know what she's doing. But let me just share with you what I did do. I was working on this. I found this in a bin. It's been sitting around forever, and I decided to pull it out. This thing was in tiny little pieces, and I was so excited to do this live with y'all, so that I could share with you what I did do. I also have like the birds way over there, and let me also share with you, come on. I'm trying to get this camera to get itself. All right. Let me also share with you that I know yesterday I was like chaotic, and everything was a mess. And it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. I really do. I know how to piece. It's really hard. Well, and I'm deciding this season of piecing is I don't care how it comes out. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I have some problems, and I want to get out of that. But I wanted to share with you, why is this camera? I have a camera that's just like failing me miserably. I told you to stop. And it's this camera. She's like playing me, like being rude. Okay. Also too, if you guys are on TikTok, I did a live stream there. What I want to do on TikTok is, if you have TikTok too, sometimes you can add other people to your TikTok, and you can have like 10 or 15 people sewing together. So I went on TikTok, and I probably only had maybe 2 people hang out with me, and then they left. I had 80 people come in and then come out They like did a drive-by because I'm sure I don't. Um, anyway, so I did a live just today. I have this switcher and you're able to do lives on there. The reason I want to get that going is because if I get enough hours on TikTok doing lives, you are able to join other TikTokers or other people that are in that community, and they can literally be on the feed with you. So please follow me on Lorena's Quilting on TikTok. I also have Lorena's Laser channel on YouTube and TikTok. Please consider following me. And I don't know, the algorithm here is beautiful because if I post a video, YouTube sends information to y'all and say, hey, Lorena's here. And it notifies you. TikTok doesn't do that. So I don't know. And if you know, maybe you could tell me how to work that to get people from my community. I have like 1,000 followers on TikTok, but literally I have 0 people on the live, which is fine. I also have Lorena's Quilting Facebook group and Lorena's Quilting business. I did from this thingamajig, this switcher, I could do Instagram, Facebook, YouTube on one version, the horizontal version, and then I could do TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook on the vertical version on the switcher, which you could stream from different streams at the same time. Like right now, I could stream also on, what is it called? Twitch, which, hey, it is what it is. But thank you for being here with me. YouTube is my community, and this is where I built my following. But I would love to do, and hopefully you can hear me well, I would love to do TikTok, because if you guys have a following, at least a certain amount, I could put you with me and we can hang and sew together. And we could sew. And there is a whole bunch of communities out there that do that. So I thought that would be fun, but I don't have enough hours on TikTok for them to allow me to do that. So I guess I'm going to be posting on TikTok even if no one is watching me there. And it doesn't matter if people watch you or not. For me, anyway, it feels really weird. It's like you're alone. Hello, hello. If you're a Pink Floyd fan, is anybody out there? And if you are and you could hear me, is there anybody there? And there's nobody on TikTok. For some reason, it doesn't send, the algorithm doesn't send my followers notifications that I'm on. So yeah, it's kind of weird. And or I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing there. So I'm kind of lost. But thank you, Mary. Thank you, Lori, for being here. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Clarissa. Thank you for letting me know that you're here. That's a blessing to me. But I wanted to share with you, I know yesterday I looked like a fool and I looked like I didn't know what I'm doing. But look, I'm gonna send you holding. Look, bam, girl did it. Do you see my wonky, ugly star there? Bam, I did that. Look, isn't that a beautiful little sweet quilt? Isn't she sweet? Let me move this. This is the camera that's giving me miserable time. She's giving me a hard day. Isn't she beautiful? I did that one, and I went and I did this one while I was on TikTok. This is a block swap that I did a long time ago, and I'll just move you here, and I'll grab it in a minute, okay? So, bam! Girl got 2 projects done. I had, okay, please don't move. No, 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 camera, no. Thank you. Thank you for stopping. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So let's see. Let me share with you on TikTok. These are from 2018 block swaps. I believe I did a video on how to make these blocks. If you want to make these blocks, this is how beautiful it comes out. So what I did here, these are test blocks. I did test blocks because everybody was having a hard time with all the multi seams. They were not coming out the same size. So I made sure that the pattern fit, and I ended up doing a whole bunch of these blocks. And so I had these in a bag. And because you guys are spending time with me, I went through I have bins where I put my stuff. I went through a bin and I found these blocks. And while I was doing a live, I put this together. Um, you know, what I'm trying to do is go through my stuff and like just get stuff done so that I could quilt, because I finished pretty much quilting all of my quilts except the ones I want to do custom with. And so I don't have any more of my own quilts to quilt, but I have a lot of blocks that need to turn into quilt tops. Because in my mind, once I finish the blocks, you know, I'm done. And I'm not, right? But I'm done in my brain. So the neat thing is these were all like just, what is it? Scrap blocks, random blocks. I also have one left over. And let me show you what else I have left over. Let me be here. And I'm proud of myself that today I have work to do. But what I want to do is, out of what I did, hold on, let me move you here. I only have this block left over. But I think when I did the block swaps, in 2018, I did a lot of half square triangles, and like a dummy, I cut my half square triangles wrong. So the neat thing about this, and then this is extra fabric that I found in that container. What I want to do is with these half square triangles, maybe, I don't know, do something with the back fabric so it's a reversible quilt top. And I have like just a couple scraps of fabric that go with it. But what I want to do is I want to get all of this ready, turn it into a beautiful quilt top so that I could long arm it, and then donate the quilts. These are quilts that I've created, and a lot of times, stop it. Hey. I'm sorry, my dogs are barking. I want to finish these. And a lot of the times when I do my own blocks or quilt my own pieces, I tend to give them to my grandchildren or my children or my family. Some of these, I think like the block swap, I think it's such a beautiful, sweet quilt top. And maybe what I'll do is I'll make just a quilt top with black all around it, and then quilt some beautiful quilting with multicolored thread, and it'll just look so delicious. And I'll use all this fabric, scrap fabric, to make that. And this way, you know, it doesn't get lost. I've noticed some of the stuff I just forget about it and don't do it. So goal is to do something with this back. Also, I found this used to be part of the Sweet Honeybee. I don't know if you guys remember. Probably not. I did a group a long time ago. It was called the Sweet Honeybee. And I'm going to share it with you. Let me put one of these out of the way, and then I'm going to move this close to you. This, I ended up making, this is tulip pink fabric. And let me share with you I ended up having probably 20, 30 women making this. The block is this, ultimately. This. That's the block. I don't remember if this is God, I don't remember. Anyway. And then the blocks are this little. Can you even see the block? The block is this little. Come on, camera. Stop. Please stop. The blocks are this little. And it's 4-patch, kind of. I think it's called Disappearing 4-patch, but don't quote me on it. And so, please don't move. On the Sweet Honeybee, we ended up making thousands of these. And I ended up having probably 20 people that would sew with me at the Sweet Honeybee. And I made a quilt that we gave away as a community to a nurse. She won the quilt. So the way the Sweet Honeybee worked is we all worked together as a community to build one large quilt top. Then each person that showed up to work on that quilt top put a name in the raffle. And then when we finished, which we all did the quilt top together, then I went and put the border, quilted it, put the binding on, and then within a month or two, the second month, because we got together every month. When we got together, probably that month. So one month we worked as a community. The second month we quilted. I think I had a quilt pattern or quilt block of the month that we were doing, or we learned a skill. So one of the skills was learning how to make paper piecing. I think that's where I got the paper piecing houses, and I would create a pattern and we would learn a new skill. A lot of people were being quilters or piecers when I was started the group, and so I was teaching them each a skill, a certain skill level. The neat thing about the four patch, it's really easy. If you're not very familiar with piecing, you're only piecing the four patch, or was it nine patch, and then you trim it, cut it a certain way, and then you put it together a certain way. But anyway, I literally found the bag of these, and so now you see rows and rows and rows of those. And I also found a bag, hold on, let me see, of a whole bunch of Tula pink fabric. And this is where I'm at. I'm inviting you to give me counsel. Let me see. We ended up doing a very finicky quilt block. So what we did is we got four of these, one, two, three, four. And the block, you put a 1-inch strip to put them together, and you put one of the blocks and one of the blocks and this in the middle. Then you had a cornerstone, a little cornerstone, and then you had like this, and then another one, right? And then you made a big quilt block. But so here's the bag of random 1-inch strips. I think these are 1-inch strips. And what I wanted to teach everybody while we were doing this, while I get the damn thing to go off on my face. Okay, thank you. Stop it. Stop hiding. You learn how to piece small, meaning you learn how to work your sewing machine, because by the time you were done, you had a 1/2 inch. So we ended up making an abundant amount of quilt tops. And then I ended up having an abundant amount of, because this was a square. Oops, that's the square. And let me show you. Hold on. I'm sorry. You can see me. I just dropped fabric on the floor. And I found all this white Tula pink fabric. Come on. Are you serious? Just stop the crap. Okay. So yeah. And I remember, let me just keep in mind, I paid for all the Sweet Honeybee fabric. I remember probably spending $200 or $300 on fabric for the quilt that we donated to the nurse who won. One of my friends, she put her daughter in, who was a nurse, and she won the big, beautiful quilt. And I ended up with a whole bunch of like these pieces. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of these. And because there was probably 20 different sewing machines, 20 different sewing makers, you could see they're not perfect. And I'm trying to just live with that and not care. My question to you as I bring you here, do you recommend that I add sashing to it, or should I just sew it all together? My thought is, because I have all this random sashing, that maybe I could put sashing in between, and then some sashing is thicker than the other. Like, I think this is 2.5-inch sashing. I think this is 1.5-inch sashing. What do you think? I'm asking your opinion. Should I? Come on. Go out. No, come on. I hate it when it has me so close up. Should I add sashing or should I just sew it together? So today, what was exciting is I woke up this morning and I got things going, like my chores and all my stuff like that. And I decided to go through some of the containers where I have projects that I have probably finished 2 quilts with all this fabric. And I had all these left over. And I thought, well, I sat here with a lot of joy and glee because I found them. I started sewing all the rows together, and the only thing I don't know what to do is, should I create sashing for it or just sew it together and then put a border around it? Come on, get out of my face. I'm talking to the dumb camera. You know those smart cameras are great, right? But they sure are a pain in the butt. My dog is screaming. Sugar? Blue, are you okay? Come on, Mama. Okay, you're okay? Okay, you're okay. So what do you think? What do you think? Hold on, let me see. I think I am live on YouTube. So if you have TikTok, please follow me. And if you know how to work TikTok, please let me know. Because it would be so nice to be able to do a live stream. Even though I'm not monetized there, I don't care. But have you guys with me. Have you guys sew with me if you could. That would be fun. This way, because right now, yes, I see your comments and I see that you guys are talking to me. But I'm alone, ultimately, talking into the switcher. So let me see if I could get my my YouTube. Hold on. Yesterday, it didn't show that I was live on YouTube, but it did show that I was on YouTube because it was commenting while you guys are there. Go back to YouTube, go to the site. No. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I apologize. My dogs are making noises. But what do you think? Do you recommend that I sew it together? Or do you think I should put sashing? And then I want you to see how beautiful. I'm going to turn this around. Even though I felt like a fool yesterday, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to put it together while you guys aren't watching. Look how beautiful. That little wonky ass star. I think it's pretty. Someone said, it's imperfectly perfect. Sign in, Lorena. I want to go. Okay, yes. Hopefully it is. Manage my video. Right now I'm trying to get it to. So what do you recommend? Sew them all together? Strips on the. All right, Kevin. Let me do that. Let me get that ready. And you guys could do it with me. Also, too, what I was thinking, too. Do you like this video, this way of content? I know it's different. It's me sewing. It's not necessarily you guys watching me quilt. But I thought it would be nice. It would be something different. There is just sew the strips together. Okay, that's 2 people telling me to do that. It's kind of neat, and I'm going to show you this. It's kind of neat right now. I'm on YouTube looking to see if I'm on YouTube. And look, this is what you guys look like on YouTube. But that's not how you look like on my switcher. So some of you, I'm not even seeing your comments. Welcome to the chat. It's not showing me the comments, but isn't it neat? The neat thing about this switcher is I can switch it up. All right, so let's sew it together. We're going to sew the 4 groups together. At least you know a little bit of where, let me see, where, see, it does not show my live here. It's crazy. Hold on. I'm going to have to go do something real quick because this is not, okay, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Just keep watching, okay? I'm going to go get the fabric, and then I fixed, on TikTok, I was sharing, well, I think I was sharing it this morning. Let me get, I'm going to share with you something else. So I have my room full of, I have a room full of all my projects. I pulled them out so I can organize what projects I could work on. And then I have, you guys have projects where you finish the quilt top, but then you have a whole bunch of leftover blocks and leftover stuff? That's me. And that's this project right here. Hold on. I wanted to just share this. The reason this is exciting to me. All right, let's get these 4 rows together, and you guys are going to do it with me. And then, the good thing I can still talk to you guys while I'm walking around my house. You guys don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. All right, hi, I'm back. You agree with Kevin? All right, let's put Kevin's post up. This is what Kevin says. What do y'all think? Yes? Kevin, I have a friend who's doing the binding for your quilt. Well, let me see. Hold on. So what do y'all think? Miguel? I end up having a whole bunch of passwords on my stupid star. All right, here we are. I have to use a laptop for it to, okay. Manual, automatic, recommended, medium, save. Okay, so we're on live. I have the live. So what do this is what Kevin says. Kevin said to put them all together and then use all of the strips of sashing that I have and kind of wrap them around, right? Is that what you said? All right, so let's sew this together. You're gonna do this with me, and then, thank you, Kevin. And then there's somebody make test blocks. So you make test blocks if I'm making a quilt top for a picture. Who I have, okay, so you have, hold on. Let me get my dog to shut up. Hi, now you're following me, huh? Hey, little scoundrels. Let's move you here. I'm gonna move you here so you can see. And honestly, I'm really excited that I'm doing this. I also am doing my birds. I was gonna make sure that, but I don't know if you can see if I have this camera on, but isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? And then I need to do the birds. I need to do this bird quilt. So when I talked to my friend who gave me these birds, I could say to her, I did the birds. And then I do not have, maybe I could put a bird on this one. Would that look ridiculous? Probably. Ay, Lorena. Would it look ridiculous if I put a bird? No. Yes, it would. Lorena, it's not. It's too, no. Stop. Stop the insanity. But what I'm excited about is as I'm getting these things together, when I go upstairs, what is going to be a lot of fun is, sorry, it wasn't showcasing. I will be able to, come on, I will be able to go upstairs and long arm them with y'all. Wouldn't that be fun? But I love this one. You think it came out good? Even with that weird wonky star, I was so happy with it. Do the same. You do a Frankenstein quilt? Okay, Clarissa. Look, I squint. Let me put my readers on. Jeez. So I can see right. Thank you, bro, for watching us. Even if you're cooking dinner. What are you making, girl? Beef stew? Carne guisada? Arroz con leche? Okay, so let's put these together, okay? Let me turn this quilt. Oh, I don't know if I shared with you that I fixed this dumb machine. She is a lot. She's giving me a hard time. Come on. No. Yeah, you don't want to see my neck, right? You just, come on. Just come on. I'm trying to get the camera. All these hand gestures. Come on. Just change. I'm trying to get the camera to forget it. I just give up. I just can't. It gets stupid. Okay, just start sewing. The weird thing is when I was sewing on TikTok, it was so uncomfortable because like here I have like at least a couple people with me. It doesn't matter how many, at least 5, 6, a couple is better than nothing. And on TikTok, like people join and then they kick off, so it says that you have another one watching you, and it's just a whole thing. And so I'm trying to get this camera to get off my face, but now this one's doing it too. Come on, give me some love, camera. All right, whatever. Hopefully I'll get it. Okay, so I have my pieces here. I have my rows. All right, let me see if I could get this. Who said no? Test blocks. I go Kevin. I'm glad you're here. That's what I love about the switcher. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Lori. I'm glad you're here too. All right, let's see. So I have all these scraps, and then I have all these other scraps. I'm going to put them on the side. My dog's right here with me. Also, too, I want to share this because I'm so happy. I am doing a restoration quilt with applique, and one of my old clients, I've had her as a client for years. She sent me this beautiful restoration quilt. And I was going to cross hatch on this fabric. I think I did another live and I shared it, and it just shredded the fabric. So I ended up, come on, you two, stop. And it ended up being, I ended up spending a whole bunch of hours adding brand new stems. I was going to embroider all the way around it, and because I spent so much time fixing all the stem. Look, I also added, tell me what you think. I'm going to show you. I added dark stems and light stems. So I added a little bit of dark stems. This is where you can see it, like a darker stem and then a lighter stem. To give it a little bit of variety because I was getting bored of the green. I needed a little bit of variety. What happened is, I believe this is the real color of the fabric, but it's 50 years old. So when I went and matched the color looked like this. So I felt like, should I use the real color or should I use the faded color? I don't know what color to use, so I used both. That's how I think. I'm like, I also used like a darker one here and a lighter one here. I spent literally, I think I would work on 3 stems and the 3 stems to applique, because now you're having to cut the old applique off, the old applique here. You have to unstitch all of that to be able to put a brand new fabric here. It was just a whole mess, but I got it done. Praise the Lord. I also think I need to fix a couple of the fabric that's a little thin and just embroider it real softly, real lightly, like right here. And then go back and put 2 more borders on her, because she has another purple and another white to get her the exact size of what I got the quilt. And then get on the long arm and custom quilt her. And what I am going to use, that's kind of, oops, sorry. I couldn't use, I like the birds on, okay, you like the idea of the birds on the quilt? Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me to put this as a sashing. Genius idea. Okay, so let's go to the bird. All right. Come on, stop. Please stop. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I know. Oh, and then, let me show you this nut, right? If you look at the right hand quilt block, I ended up cutting a couple of my points on the edge, because that block, out of all the other blocks, because they all are 18 inches, was bigger for some reason. And I didn't have the energy to fix it, so I cut off one of my points. But I don't care. But, I declare that I know what I'm doing. So, also too, on this featherweight, let me share with you. I don't know if I told y'all. Maybe in the beginning. I don't know if I did on TikTok or here, because, I ended up fixing her. This thing is a pain in my bazunga. She is giving me, I don't know. I guess I have to work for her love. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you here. And I'm going to move this down. Because someone just told me, just like 1 or 2. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to go here and I'm going to turn this so I can see what you see. Okay. So what I was going to do here, so you can see it, is I was going to do all birds. Can you see the all birds? Someone was saying that I could, ooh, that could be pretty, no? Let me move all these birds. Then I could put this on the edge. Well, that would look weird, won't it? Faith and mercy. Okay, so that's the short one. Maybe I could do one sashing in between here, and then I could do other set of birds. Do you see what I'm going to lift you up in a minute, okay? So you guys could see better. This, I'm going to have to add blue to her. Then, because I wanted to do random. Then blue to this one. Add blue. Yes. And then add random. Random. I need to add to the top of these. Okay, so hold on. And then this one. All right, I'm going to lift you up, okay, so you can see better while I reach out. Hi, how are you? What do you think? Hold on, let me rotate you. Hi, how are you? Let me not make you dizzy. How you doing? We're good? We're not dizzy yet? Hold on. Sorry. Mm-mm. What do you think? Because I have one of these that doesn't have enough. So I have 4 that are long, and then this is a short one. And I could literally, that would look cute, no? I think that would look adorable. Do you see it? And then have, what do you think? No? Yes. Tell me. Well, let's stew on it. Let's think about it. So I'm going to move you here. Let's think about it, because I have, I believe, 4 of these that are really long. And then I have one that's short, and I've literally made all the extra blocks that were left over. I've made them. I made sure that I made all of them. Because this one's the same length to this one. This one's the same length to this one. I think I have 4 of them, or I have 3 of them. These are all the same length. This one is two of these shorter. So if I put it in the middle with the birds, I think it would look adorable, and it would give it some weird random color. I don't know. But let me turn you around. I'm going to turn you around here so that you can see me move into the, and ignore my insanity, okay? I tried to clean, and it just doesn't work. So let me clean a little bit so you guys don't think I'm a slob. And if you do think I'm a slob, I'm okay with it. At this current time, everything's, I think when you're a creative person and you're creating, you allow yourself to be a slob, because not everything can be put together. So let me see. Let me get those pieces. Let me get this stashing out of the way. And then there's the stashing. So let me move you. Let me grab it. And then we're going to go. Oh, yes, I have 4. I have 4 of these that could go together. All right. What do y'all think? You would use the strips for the border. What strips? Thank you. I love you for that. You're supporting my goal. You're supporting me. But yes, I fixed her. Thank God. I lowered the feed dogs, and then I had to lower this, and then I had to put a brand new foot so she doesn't veer. And you know, it's crazy. When I first got her, I was trying to use her to put binding. I'm gonna move you here. I was trying to use her to put binding. I'm talking about the dumb machine. And man, I kept, like, you know how you saw me yesterday when I was sewing? She kept moving to the side. Yeah, she was traveling off on me. All right, and then we're going to sew these together. Yes? What did she say? See? And then I'm going to move you in a different angle. And after I left here, I was so frustrated that the stupid machine broke on me again. I was so mad. Or was giving me a hard time, and I couldn't use her. I feel like she needs to work already. I've put too much money into her to not be working. Let me get my pins. I love you for that comment. I'd use the strips for the borders, Linda. For the birds? Are you talking about the birds? That you would use these strips for the border for the birds? Or is it too busy for the birds? I'm just trying to figure my life out. What do you think? Hello from Australia. I think I posted your other. Hello, Judy. Nice to meet you. Nice having you here. It's a modern take on a pattern, right? My question is should I put sashing in between the birds when I add that? Let me give you the viewpoint. Let me see. Do you guys like the fact that I could switch cameras? Do you think? Okay, let me lift you up so you can see a better view. Do you think I should put white in between that colored center? Because I already have 2 strips put together, and I'm sorry, I'm not unstitching. I don't have, no. Girl, she don't work that way. Once it's sewn, unless it's not sewn right, I'm not going to mess with her. So let me sew this as you guys are here with me. The neat thing is, because all these seams are wonky, I'm not going to put a lot of effort on making sure that the seams line up, because none of these seams lined up because 20 people sewed these. Then I'm going to move you here so you can watch me sew. We're going to put these together. I took quite a bit of time like ironing them, straightening them out, getting the rows straight, making sure, and the rows aren't all, I think one row is smaller than the other. I got a new foot for her. Thank God I buy a lot. Sometimes if and the one that did it. So tell me what you think. Birds. Honestly, I love that you guys are here with me. You know why? Because I wouldn't be sewing if you weren't. I wouldn't be sewing. The fact that you guys are sewing with me makes me so happy. Makes me so happy. It really does make me happy. I just wish I could I think that's too short. I need to. But I found this in the drawer. It's been dormant like a bear for the last, since, when did I do the sweet honeybee? I think the sweet honeybee I did probably like 4 years ago. See, it's not perfect. It's not, I don't care. It's fine. It was in a drawer. It was in a bin, unmade, unfinished for years, and anything is better than that. I'm just going to sew, and I do want it to be, I'm just going to sew it together. And there's some people that want quilts for their grandchildren, for kids. And I told this lady, and everybody says they want to pay me. And I don't think they understand how expensive fabric is. They think it's Walmart. Come on. Don't torque on me, machine. All right. How are you there? Good evening. Hi, Jeanette. How are you from Ohio? How are you today? We are sewing. Or I am, at least. Some of us are cooking. Wish. I'm very creative, but a cook I'm not. The other day I made an omelet for myself. My husband's like, "You're cooking?" I stopped cooking when my kids grew up. Um, I had a son. And I turned him into the family cook. I showed him all my recipes and I taught him how to make everything. Here, I'm going to bring you down. I taught him how to make everything so I wouldn't have to. Horrible. But sure enough, he's a great cook. He cooks for him and his family now, his kids and his wife. Okay, I'm going to sew all this together. Am I sewing it? Yeah, and then it's not. I'm going to move you here so you can see this here too. Hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I'm going to bring you up. Oh, no. No, Lorena. I hope that's okay. There's no adjusting these cameras. What you get is what you get. Let me see. I'm sorry, you're sleepy, Jeanette. I've been working. I ate earlier. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna sew this one too. This other edge, get it done, get it together. And I'm gonna see if I can find the cleanest edge. Sew it together. Yes? And it doesn't have to be perfect. No, this is not gonna be perfect at all. This is what we really call is a scrappy quilt. And so yesterday I was telling everybody that I left the live stream. Oh, let me get you here. I left the live stream and I was upset about this little sewing machine not working right. And I watched this YouTube channel where he talked about the feed dogs and how to adjust it. So I had to take the bottom plate off and I had to adjust it in 3 different places. Man, whoever put this together didn't do a good job. Okay, let me get the needle to go through the looper. Yeah, it's sliding off again. And what I'm talking about is that right now it's not doing it. It's me not. That's what I'm talking about. The seam looks beautiful, and then it starts tapering away. Can you see that? So to get a consistent 1/4 inch, and that was my fault. I wasn't feeding it right, and hopefully my hand's not in the way. If it is, I'm sorry. Is my hand in the way? All right, let's see. So, what projects are you guys sewing? Please share. You get to see mine. I'm going to share with you. I'm doing a. I want to do, and I'll show you on the next live maybe. On the next live, I may go up in the long arm room and I may sew or quilt those 2 babies that I did. Wait, I need to get that off. That's wrong. Do any of you do this? That? Yeah. It was aligned here. Lorena, get your job done. Do your job. I'm going to go upstairs. I have 3 jobs I want to finish. And but when I do the live stream, I have a quilt that I want to give to my brother. Oh, sorry. My leg was itchy. And I want to use minky fabric for it. I don't know what y'all think, but I love minky. I'm really addicted to minky fabric. It's so expensive though. I went to a quilt store, and the quilt store owner always used to give me a deal. And then I guess she would always give me a deal, at least like 10%, 30% off. And she didn't want to give me anything off. So the owner went and hid in the other room to ignore me. Because she didn't want to give me a deal. So hold on, let's go here. Let me move you here. And let me move you down this way, this camera, down here. So you can see it being ironed and see. I'm trying to clean up my space too, so that when you see other areas of my room, you're not going, oh my God, this lady. And if you say, oh my God, this lady, it's okay. And then I'm going to trim off the bottom because I think it looks like a mess. Okay. So, come on, little iron. Get heated. What do you think? Does it look overwhelming? Yeah, it does, huh? Hey, stop fighting. Sugar. My dog, Sugar, she's fighting for the bone that one of the puppies has. And my other dogs kind of are getting annoyed by her, so they fight her. So I tend to iron from the front. I do not iron from the back. If I do iron from the back, what I found for like when I'm doing quilts for people, you end up having a weird fold over pleat like this. And so that makes the quilt not square. So I tend to roll the quilt, the seam the way I want it. And then I put finger pressure, and then I just keep doing that until I get the seams to sit the way I want to. And then to keep the line to stay straight. Honestly, it looks really bad, but it's okay. No one's gonna care. So I'm gonna grab the seam to make sure that it folds in one direction. And the reason I tend to do this, and it doesn't matter currently because I'm going to go ahead and panto this quilt, and it doesn't matter, but when you want your long armor to do custom work for you, you want to have the seams laid out as flat as you can get them, so that when she decides to stitch in the ditch, let me get that. When she stitches in the ditch for you, it really falls into the ditch. And while I do this, I'm making sure that the seam is stretched open. And I do not, and I know some of you love, what is it? You guys like ironing with open seams? You like having open seams? I hate open seams. And the reason I don't like open seams, I found that sometimes the seam will open when the needle hits the center of the seam, and it'll catch, let me see, it'll catch the seam. And if you put your seams to the side, when the long arm goes through that seam, it locks down your seam. So it's a different, the long arm itself will lock down the seam. But if it's an open seam, which means your seams are open on each side, the needle can go in between your thread and pop open your seams on the long arm. So there's my little ironing tip. So what I do is I iron from the front, and then I finger press the seam to go in the direction that I want it to go. Yeah. Do I want it to go that way? Yeah, I want it to go this way. And I do that with everything. No open seams, never. But I know the reason why you guys do open seams sometimes it's because you have a block that has a lot of seams and you're trying to get rid of the bulk. And that's why you can do open seams. I get it. But I think I'm a lazy piecer, to be honest. I'm being honest. Piecing is not my favorite. Yeah, I don't mind piecing. I like piecing. Like, I'm enjoying myself today, but to sit down and I don't sit and piece all the time. I like machinery, so I like playing with it. As a matter of fact, I really do like handwork more. Let me get water. I like handwork more than I do like piecing. So I like applique or binding. Some people don't. Give me water. For my sewing machine, for my iron. The more. But I think you take too much time opening your seams. And a lot of times when I'm doing this kind of work, I don't have a lot of time to do it. So I kind of want to be done quickly, which is not good. Because piecing is not a done quickly kind of thing. Like, I was here for like a couple hours piecing all these pieces together. Come on. And this is tulip pink fabric. And then multicolored. I think I like, should I use a batik on here? So I tend to iron from the front. I noticed that people that iron from the back initially, or they set their seams, they also end up setting like a weird 1/8 seam pleat on the front. And the reason you could do both, I recommend if you iron from the back, that you also make sure that you have opened all the seams when you're ironing. Hold on. Hi, honey. I'm fine. I'm doing a live, okay? But you'll stop the dogs from barking? While she's barking at you? My husband's here. I don't know if you guys would like to meet the man. The man. We've been married. How long have we been married? 33. 33 years? This December? We've. Don't tell people I was a fornicator. He was saying that he's known me since we were he's known me for 35 years. That means we were not married for a long time. Let me move you here so I can trim the quilt. Stop barking. All right, I'm going to trim this. Let's square you out. Let me see. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can, huh? All right, let me straighten this side out. It's kind of wonky right here. I don't know if you see that. Stop barking. God. Hey, Dash Hound. All right. It's not perfectly straight, but it's straighter than what it was. And then one of the ways so this seam is a little bit off. I try to straighten it with both to where you don't even see. It's like a 1/16 of an inch that I'm taking off. All right, let's put it on the table. And it's really long. Should I add the birds to this or would it be weird? All right, hold on. We're going to move you here so you can see the birds. I love hand binding. Me too. I love me some hand binding. Look how long this is. Should I add birds on this? Would that be weird? Get another bird? Here, let me show you what it looks like. So this is a strip by itself. Should I add the birds to it? No, right? Just leave it alone? Would that be weird? Yes. And put another weird bird here. Because by itself, let's see, on its own, that's what that is. Decisions. When you don't have a pattern, you're just trying to figure it out. Let's see. Let me show you. What do you think? I think I should put borders on there. See, I have this one, but it's short. It's not enough. So I have to add something to this. What do you think? Talk to me, y'all. Okay, so this is my thought. Let me move all this. Would this look weird? I don't know. Lorena, I love Minky. Just because I love Minky, like, come on. Okay, hold on. Let me find another fabric. Okay, guys? Let me go look real quick. See if I could find a solid of some kind. What do you think? I think I got it. Hold on. Hold on, honey. I think I have fabric here. All right. You have a good day? Yeah? All right. I found this. What do you think? Put a border around it, and then what I could do is trim these 2, 4, 2, 4. Put 4. Do I have enough? Yes, I think I have enough. Hold on. Review here. Sorry, I twisted you. I think so. I picked this fabric. What do y'all think? To put around the border, but I think what I'm going to do, do I have this? The color goes good, right? It'll be pretty. So I think I'm going to do 3-inch strips. Okay, this is my thought. I'm going to take this apart and maybe take each corner apart, one of these apart. And I have 2, wait, 1, 2. Okay, so that's 2. This is 2, 3, 4, and then 1. So I can make these as big as this. Make this sashing as big as these. Take them apart, add them to the border, and then it borders around. Yes? Hold on. Let's see how big this is. Let's see, this is a 5-inch border. So let me move you here so you can watch me move this around. I don't know what I bought this for or what I intended to buy it for, but it's beautiful, and I think I'll make a beautiful border this way. Let's see. At least you get to see how I work when I do quilt tops. 1, 2, 3, 5. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna look at your comments and see what you guys are saying. That's the border. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I got 4 pieces. Then I'm going to unstitch these, add them to one side, maybe add 3. Hold on. I'll show you my vision. I'm going to turn you around. Turn you around. Let me show you my vision. And then I need to turn this around so I could see what you're doing, what I'm doing. This is here. I think this could go this way. Well, I could do the whole thing. Tell me what y'all think. The whole thing like that. You're like, what are you talking about? This. Like that. And then, what a little quilt this will be. It's fine. It's better than not being a quilt. And then, I was thinking of putting like 2 of these like that. Let me put it here. What do you think about that? Scrap it into the border right here. And then if I wanted to, I could do another small border. What do y'all think? I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Let's just play. It doesn't matter. It's not rocket science. But we're going to play. I think what we're going to do. I'm moving. Sorry if you don't see me. All right, let's watch what you guys are saying to me so I could communicate with you guys so you're just not watching me be, because this is a community sew right here. Hold on. Hi, I'm back here again. Oh, my dogs. So, okay, what I was thinking, my plan. I was thinking of unstitching these. Probably unstitching 2, 1, like unstitching. Let me unstitch. Let's see. Hi. I'm going to see your comments. I'm going to look at you here. Hello, Jess Jones. How are you? I love the hand binding, even though my hands are getting twisted. Oh, I'm so sorry. The other day I thought I was having a arthritis flare-up, but no. I'm sorry that your hands are doing that to you. That's just hard. Okay. This is a block and this is a block. So I'm going to undo these, okay? I love hand binding. Do you use one thread or two threads? Also, too, Lori has the slickest needles. I recommend them because they slide through the fabric, so you don't have that constant tugging. And I use so fine thread because it goes through like butter, And so I cut these two pieces off. Bring you here, bring you here. Come on, bring you here. Come on, Lorena. Keep an eye out. All right. See, maybe yes. I'm going to sew. I unsew 2. And I think this one I'm going to unsew 3 because I want a variation of scrappiness on the border. And I know the border is kind of small with what I'm doing. But what I'm going to do is I think I'm not going to use as much of this, and then I could put a really thin, beautiful line border around it. That's my thought. But since I had to unstitch here, now I have to restitch here. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I got her done. So I'm going to sew this to one side of the border. And I know you're supposed to measure your borders. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that on the little border that I'm going to create. And like I said, I'm going to be lazy today, okay? Lazy people are geniuses. That's what my son said. They find these. Okay, so I'm going to sew this to the original. Wait. Let me move the bird. Let me move this bird. I'm going to save that. Move this to the side so when I need a cut, I can. So I'm going to sew this to this end with a border. This way I don't waste these. And I also recommend that you always add a border. Sometimes people don't add borders. Look, I wasn't even sewing because I ran out of bobbin. Did I run out of bobbin? The struggle is real. Yeah, apparently I've sewn that much that I ran out of bobbin. What's your favorite thing about sewing, and what's your worst part of sewing? One of my favorite things about sewing is piecing blocks together. And the worst part about sewing, I hate winding bobbins. I did a YouTube video on how I hate winding bobbins. And let me just be clear, I don't mind winding bobbins for my long arm. I hate winding bobbins for a sewing machine. Yeah. And then, so when I start winding, I wind like 10, 20 of them because I hate winding that much. And then this, okay, I got it. Come on, you better get it. Oh, little machine. I delight on you, not making me miserable. Did I miss something? No. I'm going to switch you, troublemaker. Okay, there. So, let's see. Did I do that right? Okay. You guys get to see me struggle here. Why? 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 And now let me see if I could get my eyes to see the eye of the needle. Yay! I had a needle threader that I bought myself. Ooh, I got it! Ooh, that went smooth. All right, almost there. I promise we're gonna see if I don't have no more problems. Jesus, have mercy. Okay, hold on. Now, one thing I need to do is this is an open seam, and I want to fix the open seam before I sew anything because it's just going to be a problem. So, sometimes I have my enemies watching, and you know who you are. Let's see. Let me get the eye through the eye of the needle real quick. Let me see. We need to take a break. Hold on. Come on. I know how to do my job here. The other day, I think when I knew this machine had problems, is I was trying to thread the eye of the needle, and the sometimes like the needle looked like it was torqued, so I was trying to straighten it out. Come on. Yes, you are. There you are. It was torqued, and the eye of the needle was giving me a problem, and that's when I knew something was wrong with the machine. But before that, I didn't know. And then once I torqued or straightened out the needle the way I thought it was supposed to have been straightened is when the needle would not catch the bobbin anymore. All right, let me fix this seam. And what I did right there is I cut the line that wasn't done. All right, let's see. Let's get her done. Let's get her lined up. Hey everyone, finally home from work. Well, we've been here for a while. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're here though. I struggle with my seams flip-flopping all over the place. What kind of machine do you have, Marilyn? The goal is to get this on, okay? Let's see if I could get this on. What kind of machine do you have? And like this one, the seam was going to the left, and it was the feed dogs. And someone on the live told me that it was the feed dogs. Come on, little seam. Ow. Let me get this all the way done. And if I don't do it on the live stream, I will come back either tomorrow. Shoot, I can live stream every day, every single day. So when I was sewing the other day, my seam was flipping all the way over. My enemies gonna be defeated before me. And then I'm gonna iron this, and it's gonna look beautiful. Is it doing? Yeah, it's doing great. I ended up getting a different foot for this machine. Oh, really? I ran out of bobbin again? No, I didn't. Thank God. Okay, so then let me see. So what do you think? I'm going to share. What do you think? Right here. What do you think of that? Keep on going, right? Make it. And then I was thinking, like here, I could add like a little piece to it. That's my thought. Let me see. I'm going to add this. Let's see if I could add it to here. And then add. I'm going to get you down so you can see me. God, come on. I pray that the Lord helps me with this. And that you just don't see me making a mess. All right, let me see. Small singer currently. Small singer. Is it a singer talent? Hold on. Then I'm going to trim these seams. This. I don't know if you see how it's off. I want to make sure that when I'm sewing, I'm not worrying about the weird wonkiness. I thought I did straighten it out when I trimmed this. Oh, that's right, because I added this seam. So I'm going to take off a fourth. There you go. Okay, let's see. All right, let's throw all this away. Try to keep my room clean, kind of. On a small singer featherweight, the only thing that could be causing is they have a pressure tensioner on the top to push down. I think I'm gonna put this way. They have a tensioner where you could put the feed dog where it has a little bit more pressure on the bottom so that your seams don't move. When you let me see. When you lay down the feed dog here, there's a tensioner, I believe. Like this has a top tensioner, this, and you want to have it nice and grounded so that when the feed dogs move the fabric, it stays consistent. Like this one was too loose when I was working on this machine yesterday, and that's why the feed dogs were pushing the fabric to the side also too. And I know on the featherweights, the feed dogs are the way the feed dogs are set on the featherweight or the singer, but it could be the tensioner that puts pressure down on the feed dog. It's not tight enough. It doesn't go down enough to keep the fabric from shifting and moving on you. So just try that out. But I know featherweight, their feed dogs are the way they are. I don't think, or not the feed dogs. Yeah, the feed dogs. You can't change the height of them or lower them other than just turning them off and turning them on. I believe on a singer. But go on YouTube. My recommendation is go on YouTube, put the singer, because they have different singers. Go and watch a video. Because this tensioner wasn't grounded enough, and I noticed like the fabric was shifting on me or moving, and I couldn't keep a straight line. Also too, like right now, I have a lot of seams that this is kind of like jumping through. Sew with the fabric on the bottom, if you can. But I know that when you're sewing on top, you're having to fiddle with all these seams. But I like right now, I'm having a great, oh, I need a bobbin again? Ay, Lorena. Let's do it on the bobbin. Then in a minute. I've never wound a bobbin on this machine, so I don't even know if it's gonna last. I think I have extra bobbin somewhere else. Come on. And make sure when you put the bobbin that you can, pull the bobbin up. And on this machine, I had to get a new one of these. The machine comes with its own, but it has like a hook and shifting, so it danced to the side too much. And I also think that that was affecting the, it was, come on. It was affecting, like it was dancing too much, that it was pushing the fabric to the side. Let's do this one. And then, but you guys have inspired me. What did I do? The stupid bobbin. Is it off? There you go. He's the one that did it. All right. Let me see. What happened with my thread? Let me see here. I saw, I'm almost done, guys. I'm on border number 2. And then not only have I done one quilt, I'm done 2 already. So happy with myself. I think tomorrow, if I do a live stream, I may take you into the long arm room. I was thinking of lasering a couple things. I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I have 2 jobs, but I was going to do them in the morning or later tonight and get them done. It makes me so happy that at least, come on, did I put it in wrong? Come on, thread. Yep, I got it right. There you go. Pull the bobbin. Come on, pull the bobbin. Ah, the struggle. The struggle is real. I should just use my Juki 210Q, man. Some of these are adorable to use, but they come with a lot of fiddling. A lot of fiddling, guys. A lot of fiddling. Like, let me move you here so you can see me fiddle. Smallest finger weight, currently. Hold on. What is the deal? How long have we been here? An hour and 30 minutes. We're doing good. Look at God. Look at God. Sometimes you have to rotate. Come on. The way this machine works. Okay. Maybe I'll get it done today. Who knows? Almost done, guys. Can you believe it? And then I'm going to iron it. And I think I'm going to put another border. And then, you know how I was going to put this in the middle? Now it's part of the border. There you go. Come on. Damn machine, man. Is it the fine thread that's causing this needle to constantly break off? But I've gotten so good at feeding the eye of the needle. Look at me go. Okay, so let me show you what I did. Remove the border. And then I'm going to do, if I do a live stream, what's tomorrow, Thursday? Does that look weird? Does this look weird? No, right? Because I'm going to add a border, a small one. No, right? Does it look weird? Tell me if it looks weird. I'm okay if you tell me it looks weird. I hope you had a great day, Jones, at work. Just Jones. I hope you had a wonderful day. Let's see. Let's move you here. Hello? I should iron, huh? Nah. It's fine. Amen. Let me see. I'm making this border so I'm not wasting fabric. And then when I put this together, I'm going to iron it with you guys. Is it not? Again? I need to wind a whole bunch of bobbins. But I don't want to. Look, I'm sewing with little bobbins like that. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to fiddle it. It's fine. It's just making me stop and start more. It's fine. I met a man. I think he's a long armor. Oh, by the way, go to Michael's. They have a really great fabric selection. I saw fabric that they were selling for $4.99. $4.99. They were selling fabric at Michael's. So everybody's been asking me where I get my materials now, and I'm going to be honest, I get them at Marshall's Dry Goods. If you want batting, but you have to buy a whole roll. If you want back fabric, that's $108. You could have it and buy a whole roll. And so you guys know what you color with or what you piece with. So find something that, like a gray or a black or a white that will go with any type of quilts that you guys are quilting with. Is it not right? You better be right already. Give me a hard time. She's not right. And I went to Michael's the other day, and they really had a great selection of fabric. And it was really cheap. What the hell? This machine. You would have to give me a hard time, right? It's like we're at war, me and this machine. Who wins? The machine or me? I think the machine's winning. It's winning. It's fine, I don't care. I have 7 of her. I have 7 featherweights. Can you imagine? If one breaks, I have another one. There it goes. Come on. I know you're seeing me fiddling with this machine a lot. Yeah. I'm trying to get to the point where this machine, I get all the kinks out of it. That's what I really want. Every single kink. Because this machine, for some reason, has kinks. Maybe it's bad juju. Maybe it's... The lady who had it was cursing it out, going crazy at it. And now the machine is like, I'm not working for nobody. Who knows? There it is. She pulled up. I'm trying to get this machine to love me. Do y'all believe that you're in, there's this lady, she was telling me that she cusses a lot. And so she's donating her fabric because the lady's dying. And she's like, I don't want her fabric because she's cursing the fabric. Do y'all believe that? Lori, let's see. I bought this machine. If you don't know what happened, I bought this machine from a friend who bought this from an Etsy store person. My recommendation, if you're gonna buy a featherweight, because they want, sorry, I just dropped my pen. If you want to buy a featherweight, my recommendation is you buy it from featherweightshop.com. They sell featherweights every Tuesday. The reason is sometimes it's this machine, the person who painted it didn't know how to put it together. And what happened is a friend of mine bought it. She's not my friend no more. She pushed me to buy it from her. So I bought it because I love featherweights. And I think she knew it was broken or something was wrong with it. You see me like wrestling with it a lot. I think she knew something was wrong with it. And that's why when she had me come over and help her fix it, she turned around and told me, like, you can just have it. You could buy it. So I ended up buying it from her. And I ended up paying too much for it. If you're going to buy a machine, there is a guy who I bought this purple one. On eBay, you could buy them and they have like make your best offer or make an offer. And I think he wanted $2,000 for it. And I made an offer of 800. Then he went like 1,400 and I said, no, 1,000. And he's like, will you buy it for this? And I bought it for $1,200. This one, it's purple, it's painted, it's beautiful. And I think this person kind of knew what to do. But if you're going to buy, if you want a painted featherweight, you can literally take your featherweight to Featherweight Shop and they will paint it for you. And then they go through all the parts in the machine and they'll rewind the motor and you'll get a brand new, almost perfect sewing machine. I bought this one for my friend and the needle positioning was wrong. Just yesterday I was using it. The feed dog is wrong. They plugged up the oil ports on here. You can see this was, which let me show you. This screw was stripped out. I bought a new one for the featherweight shop, and I ended up paying $2,400 for the stupid ass machine that didn't work for 4 months. So my recommendation is if you're going to buy a machine and spend a good quality amount of money, go to the Featherweight Shop. They have beautiful painted ladies every first Tuesday of every month. First Tuesday. Now I recommend that if you're going to go, they literally start posting, like right now, they probably have brand new machines that are posted that you could purchase from them. My recommendation is you go with them because my friend bought this one. And I would have never bought this for what she paid for it, but because she got it, I opened my damn mouth and said, well, if you want, I'll buy it from you. And I was thinking she spent maybe $15,000 on it, not 24 on it. And she sold it to me knowing it was messed up. And when I found out it was messed up, I asked her to refund me and she refused to refund me. So I had a machine that wouldn't pick up the bobbin. I had a machine that wouldn't sew because for the period of time this machine wouldn't sew. And for a period, like yesterday when I was sewing on it, it was sewing off to an angle because the feed dogs were too high. And I had to fix the feed dogs. I had to fix the positioning of the needle. And I also had a new foot put on there. So this machine has been like, she's beautiful though. And I remember the friend who's not my friend anymore because she refused to pay me the money. Now, let me just tell you what she told me to do. Apparently, she got the Etsy shop to refund her the money. And the jackhole told me, go ahead and ship the machine. And when they refund me and I get to see you whenever that is, I'll give you your money. And I didn't feel that that was right. I felt like I bought the machine from her. She should have reimbursed me. She should have paid me. But I ended up dealing with her for 18 days to the point where I said, just forget it. I'll keep the machine. I'll figure it out. Well, what happened is she did say that the Etsy shop would pay her back. And we had a conversation and I said, well, how about this? I give you the machine because I bought it from you. You give me my money back and then you ship it because the money's on your account. The money's in your name. The money will come to you. Well, she said yes on Friday. On Monday, when I said, let me refund you the machine, she turns around and she says, no, you ship it. So I would have lost the machine. Plus, I don't know. I don't think she would have given me my money until probably a couple months later or whenever she felt like it. And then the conversation she and I had was, well, it's just money. Well, if it's just money, give me the money I gave you for the machine, this beautiful machine. And she wouldn't do it. So my recommendation, because of the mess of this machine, I would go to the Singer Featherweight shop, and if you have a featherweight that you can have them paint, they will paint it for you. It's a little bit more money. You know you have a perfect machine when it comes back, and you won't have to deal with the BS I've had to deal with. No, I got to fix this machine, not because she helped me. And then, it's heartbreaking. I said it in another live. It's heartbreaking because I thought she was my friend. It's heartbreaking because she was telling me to ship it. So I was like, what? You want me to ship it? What's if it gets lost? And then now I lost the machine plus the money? And I go, it's on your account. It's yours. Why don't you ship it? You're the one that bought it. I bought it from you. You bought it from that person. Anyway, it's the worst situation ever. And to save you some heartache and some tears on your bed and some weeping of sorrow, it's not that deep, okay? But losing $2,400 with the machine that didn't work for 4 months is so frustrating. I got to the point that I would not, I put the machine away so I wouldn't look at it. Because every time I looked at it, I was getting angry. Now, the good thing is I went to the Houston Quilt Show and I talked to the featherweight shop. He literally opened the front casing for me and showed me, let me see if I could show you the front casing. He opened the front casing for me, showed me where the needle bar needed to be, and he showed me what I needed to do. Now, that was just part of the problem. When I fixed the needle bar, I ended up having problems here. Like, it's just a whole thing. But I really do recommend that you go to the Singer Feather, it's called singerfeatherweightshop.com. I recommend you go to them and you can literally talk to them. They're the kindest, sweetest people. The kid opened one of the machines here and let me see what I needed to do. He showed it to me and he let me take pictures. He also told me that I could call him, text him, FaceTime him, and that he would help me. He was great. Just yesterday, I finally got it working, okay, where it would grab the bobbin. And I'm so thankful that it's working. I feel like I'm so thankful just that this thing is working, because the fact that I spent so much money and the machine wouldn't work is so frustrating. And I'm OCD a bit. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Every single machine I have, every camera I have, every laser I have, every embroidery machine I have, every sewing machine is in excellent working condition, because I felt like if I invested money in it, it has to work. I don't care if I have to pay $500-$600 to get something repaired, it will get fixed. But having having this machine broken for 4 months was just so out of my character. And then I was so frustrated that I didn't want to take it to a sewing machine shop because I was afraid they'd screw it up. And thank God I went to the Houston Quilt Show and I talked to the company. I brought the machine with me and they were great. They showed me exactly what I needed. And when I did that, I also bought brand new needles, because he said if the needles kind of torqued a little bit, it could affect, come on, stop. Thank you for stopping. That it would, he said, because they put the machine back, the painted lady back wrong, that you're going to have to really fiddle and tweak with it. And if you're noticing today, I'm fiddling and tweaking with it. It's not, yesterday I fixed another area that was broken, but I'm so happy that today it's working really well and it's not veering off. But that is my suggestion, Lori. I'm sorry for a long-winded answer, but I want to like protect you from being wounded the way I have. Now, I'm a grown ass lady. It's my fault that I trusted the girl, the friend of me. It's my fault that I gave her the money and thought that she would do the right thing. It's all, I take responsibility that it's my fault, that I didn't really test the person's heart or character. I just believe that they would do the right thing, because there's a lot of people out there that have been a part of my life that are just dirty ass dogs, and they just don't know how to do things right. They don't know how to behave right. They don't know how to treat people right. And then they turn around and blame the person they're wounding and accuse them of being wrong. But I want to save you all that. Go to the Singer Featherweight shop and call them. And if you have a featherweight already, they will literally take your featherweight and paint it for you. And you could pick whatever color, and I trust them. Now, there's a lot of other companies on eBay that they will paint your machine for you. I don't know. I noticed that I bought this purple one back behind me. This purple one right here. It's purple. I bought her. They painted her, and she's a great machine. Whoever put her back together right. Whoever put this machine back together did not know what the hell they were doing. And I told the Singer Featherweight shop that if I had to, would it be okay if I take them the machine? And they said that they would take my machine and they would go through the whole machine and fix it. But they suggested these are kind of the things that you could do to fix it. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that they helped me out. Now, the good thing is they were going to help me out if I took it that way, but I really do recommend go to the Singer Featherweight shop. I bought a machine from them and I paid $1,500 or $1,000, and that machine works wonderful. This machine is a wonderful machine. She's beautiful. The reason I offered my friend, like, hey, I'll buy it from you, because I've never had a beautifully painted, and she's beautifully painted. Oh, she's a beautiful painted machine. She really is. But when I was telling my friend to reimburse me the money, she kept kind of like, just keep it. It's a beautiful machine. It's beautifully painted and it's great. Yes. Yes, she's beautiful. But what good is a beautifully painted machine when you can't sew on it? And I said, yeah, it's a beautiful rock. It's just a rock. It's just going to sit there and not do anything because I can't get it to work. And she got offended that I wasn't letting her manipulate me by convincing me that she did me a favor by selling me a broken machine. And yeah, so there's a lot of people out there. And then the person she bought it from, and it's all her fault, okay? The person she bought it from said no refunds, no returns, no refunds. And she knew it when she sold it to me. She knew that she bought a machine that she could not refund. Because on eBay, you could buy sewing machines. You could buy these beautiful machines. Yeah, Lori Holt, yeah, she has a beautiful yellow machine. And even a teal machine. Beautiful machine. I end up going on eBay and I found like this beautiful purple one. And I lowballed the guy as much as I could. And it's beautiful. It's purple. He sold it to me. It sounded kind of loud because she didn't grease it. He didn't oil it. I went and I oiled it. And I made sure that when I bought it from him, I could get a refund. I don't buy from somebody that it says non-refundable. You can never refund it because you never know what you get. And but she knew, my friend knew that this machine was not refundable, and that's why she pawned it off on me. And so I got played. But let me just say this, because I took it to the featherweight shop and they showed me how to fix it, I finally got it fixed. I was afraid to take it to somebody and then they mess it up. But I really do recommend that. I ended up paying $2,400 for this machine. I overpaid for a painted rock that I didn't get to use. since July, 1st of July, August, September, October, and just this October, so I didn't use it for 4 months. I paid $2,400 for a machine I didn't use. And let me just say this, you could buy black featherweight, Singer featherweights for $300 on eBay. Yeah, and you could paint, they have the like mine that's painted, the guy who I bought mine from, he sells painted machines, and he sells them for like $1,000. You can get them for $800, not $2,400 buckaroos. So yeah, it was my mistake. It was my failure. It was my shortcoming for trusting people. And honestly, for a while I was hurt by it, but now I'm pissed off about it. I am angry at my friend, or not my friend, the person who did this to me, because she knew what she was doing. But anyway, I get to go on tangents about it now. I'm over it. I really am over it. There was a time where I would I couldn't talk about it because it would just make me fall apart. Because I've never been wounded by a human being. And then let me just say this. She turned around and retaliated in such a way after I said, you know what, I'm just keeping the machine. I'm not going to ship it because I don't want to ship it and lose the machine. And then you keep my money. Like, I feel like I'm being played with. I'm not going to play anymore. At least I got the machine. And she retaliated against me. She literally retaliated. Yeah, she retaliated against me and just went all psycho on me. Came up to my door and acted like a fool. And I can't imagine if it was the other way around, where I sold her a broken machine and she paid me that much. I'm sure that girl would have gone a cop, a lawyer. She would have done a lawsuit. She would have been knocking on my door like a psychopath every day. She'd be screaming at me in my front yard. I'm sure this asshole would have gone crazy on me, because here I did the right thing and I ate the problem and I took it like a sucker. He says, turn your other cheek. I turned my other cheek and just let it go. And she retaliated against me. But anyway, let's see. I'm sorry. It says, I purchased mine for $400. Yeah, you could purchase them. And if you could get a painter locally who's well known, but the featherweight shop will take your machine and paint it for you. And the neat thing is they'll paint it the color you want. They'll paint it, because if I was going to buy another machine, I would have purchased a burgundy one. Burgundy and purple are my favorite colors. Sorry. Burgundy and are my favorite colors. And if I was going to buy a featherweight and spend that amount of money, that's what I was saying. I went to the Houston Quilt Show and I asked them if they had a burgundy machine, and they said no, a burgundy featherweight. And they said no. And if they would have, I would have purchased a burgundy off the lot. Because of the problems I've had with this machine, I feel like I'm so discouraged about it in a way that now that I have it fixed, I'm okay with it, but I'm kind of discouraged about what it came with, that I don't feel like I enjoy the machine as much as I want to, because it came with such heartache. I feel, I don't know, maybe I'm just being dramatic, or just, I feel like maybe this machine came with the loss of a friend. It came with games. The person was manipulating me, taking advantage of my kindness. And even though I chose to kind of eat the problem and just take it, and Jess Jones was like, get a lawyer. Yes. And I felt like I lost money because I didn't get to sew on it. And you know, the joy of having a machine is the joy of sewing on it and the joy of enjoying it. And so I think now that I have this machine going, I'm getting to enjoy her. Like I should have enjoyed her. Oh, I wanted to get you guys. I should have enjoyed her when I bought her in July. I should have just enjoyed her then and not had to deal with the behavior of my friend. Let me turn this off real quick. But I've learned a lot. It's a hard lesson. It's a hard lesson. But even if I had the messed up machine, I still had hope that, as a matter of fact, when I went to the Houston Quote Show, I said, you know, I kind of have hope that they're going to show me how to figure this out and how to fix it. And it really is a blessing. They really did help me. And now I feel joyful that even though you see me like, why? I am really joyful that I got her working. And I'm really joyful that that I guess I felt like in my heart the enemy got one on me. I felt like the enemy. It was a good hit. That was a good play. I felt like the enemy kind of set me up with this person, and I felt like I got a good. I really got I really felt like the enemy won in this situation, but the fact that the featherweight shop helped me, I feel like I currently at this moment, whether you guys know it or not, and that's why I'm doing live streams here, I feel like I got the victory by getting to use this machine and not watching it in a corner in my room broken. Because I literally put it in a box because I did not want to look at this machine. Because when I would look at it, and let me just say this, I have a thing about me, like things have to be in order, and maybe I'm a little bit of a control freak. The fact that it was broken just chewed my chaps. Like I would just grind it out. But yeah, it's working. She still has some things I'm figuring out with her, whether I like it or not. I'm learning how to work on these machines in a deeper way. Before, I knew how to clean them and maintenance them. I knew how to change the light or knew how to change, you know, the felt or now I know how to fix the needle bar. I know how to fix the feed dogs, which I did yesterday. Let me go put you here so you can see me. Now I know how to really work on these machines. Because whoever created these, well, Singer created these are extraordinary little machines. And I've never had, in all the ones that I bought on eBay, I've never had any problems with them. But this one, for some reason, whoever put it together just didn't know what he was doing. But I'm getting the glitches out. Yay. I really am getting the glitches out. I'm trying to make sure. Like yesterday, I was getting frustrated because I couldn't even sew in a straight line because she was shifting up on me. After this, I'm going to iron, and then I'm going to go ahead and let you go after I iron. If you have any questions, please ask me now. There's a couple quilts that I'm going to send out. I think I may send out 3. I'm so happy you're receiving. Yes, I'm trying to be joyful, girl. That's why I think it's a blessing doing this, because whatever the devil stole from me, I'm getting it back by using the machine. And I'm going to showcase the machine. I don't care. It cost me. It was like a lot. Hold on. Let me bring you over here so you can see me iron. Let me switch it. Let me put you here. And then the neat thing is too, which I think is a blessing. It's you're seeing a mess. Okay, hold on. Ignore all this. Okay, we're not watching any of that. We're like good. Sorry. Sorry. Hold on. I want you to see my ironing board there. We're gonna get ahead and iron, and then in a minute, I think I'm gonna add another border. Hold on, let me see. So, ooh, can you see that? I'm sorry I'm moving you, but I'm wanting you to see. Hold on. Hi, how are you? How you been? How you doing? I love that you're here. Oh my God. Let me raise you up. I love that you're here. Let me get you to get away from me. Thank you. Thank you, machine. Thank you. And then I'm going to move you down so you can see where I'm ironing. I have my iron heating up. And honestly, these have been in a bin, in a container for, they've been in a bin since 2020, I think it's 21. And today they have become what they were called to be, a quilt top. And then I think I may and then I'll give you a whole point of view in a minute. What I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to add another border, maybe a darker color. Sorry if you hear my washer. I don't even hear my daughter start the laundry. And then I'm going to turn you around. And I do appreciate you being here with me. I really do love the fact that I have people to hang out with while I sew. I think my life is a little bit lonely because when you long arm, you're alone. That's why I love it when Miss Jones would hang out with me, or I would have other people hang out with me, because it could be a very lonely job when you're quilting. That's why I think piecers love the community, or to spend time with other people and sew. Now this is kind of crooked. I may have to fix that. Let me switch you around. I'm going to turn you, okay? And you're going to see my table. Let me move this out of the way. Now I think I need to add another border. Hopefully I have some more or something similar to this. Let me turn you around so I can see what you're watching. What do you think about me adding this? Does it look weird? My thought is, hold on. What do you think? Doesn't look good? I was thinking of, I know it kind of looks weird and kind of open here, but I was thinking if I still have some of this fabric, I could add, I think it's going to be a different color, but I could add a thinner border, maybe like this. To kind of close it off and also make it a bit bigger. What do y'all think? For being a whole bunch of scraps that have that word don't fit, don't sit right, don't look right. Let me see if I could find, hold on, my birdhouse. Not bad, right? I think if I have another maybe I'll go see if I have some more of this fabric. I do think that, let me see. I think this is too dark, but it's, and it's a minky, and I don't think it's going to work, but this isn't minky. Is that too dark? That's too dark, right? Maybe a hot pink or dark blue or purple. But yes. And then we have the birds that don't go to nothing yet. All right, let's see. So blessing is I finished. I'm going to turn you around. That's a pretty quilt, right? Did I lose y'all? Lime green. Okay. That's right. Okay, let me see if I can. Let me lock this in. Too dark. Yeah. I think it's too dark too. Sorry, it wasn't. I think I could. I love that teal. Do I have more teal somewhere else? But anyway, thank you for being here. I was thinking of a smaller border just to go around. I wish I had more of that teal, but I think I've used it all on just that. But I created, anyway, it's there. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. But look, I finished this one. I finished that one. Hold on, don't get the dogs going, okay? I'm gonna, and then I finished. Well, I still need to add a border, but I'm almost finished. And then I kind of finished that one. So we've been here for a long time, 2 hours and 12 minutes. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll probably do a live tomorrow on long arm quilting, or if I'm inspired to keep on sewing with y'all. I hope you like this kind of content. I've always wanted to do different type of things. What I think I want to do is maybe a block of the month, and then whoever wants to do it on Lorena's Quilting Facebook group, I will ask people who want to do a block of the month, and then I'll do the block with y'all, and we'll do it together. What do you think? Would that be a thing? Could that be a thing? Could that be a thing? Too dark. Yes, I'm not going to use that dark. No, it's too dark. Yeah. But I need to close it. Just close it. All right. I love you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for hearing me vent about the stupid stuff that I get myself into. I appreciate you. And honestly, there's hope for this machine. There's really hope for it. I really do want to enjoy it and love it. And I really want to love her. I really do. I think what I invested in her, I want to get my return on my investment by using her, right? The more you use her, whatever you spent on it, you're getting it back. That's my thought, kind of. I love you. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. Thank you for sewing with me. Lorena sewing. Thank you for everything. I hope you're having a great lunch. I hope you're having a great day out of work. I thank you for spending time with me. And let's see what we get into. Hopefully, pray for me that I get a hot spot, because maybe it'd be fun to go sew outside. Get out of the prison of your own home. Maybe. And maybe what I'll do is I'll post a pattern of something and I'll make it, and then you guys could get the pattern for free. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it all out. Have a good night, okay? Thank you for being